thinking about Stigmata. I had Stigmata a few times. I don't think it's always good though. But before I got it, it was almost like baptism. It's like I kept getting sprinkled with this cold water. Yeah, cold, but it was cold. It was cold, but man, I say it was cold, but it didn't feel cold. It felt icy cold, but it didn't feel cold. That's how crazy it was. And one time somebody was here with me, and during that time I kept doing it before I got into the Stigmata. I was like, I thought the roof was leaking, but it wasn't even raining outside. But I thought it was like water that got through. You know how roofs made. I thought water got through one of the surfaces of the roof. So I got, embedded of the roof. So I went outside and I felt it again. Felt it again. They call it sprinkles. Sprinkles. Something like that with that extra. Sprinkles. But they kept doing it. I went outside on the porch. Felt it again. I knew what roof wasn't leaking on the porch. What is this? And I got when I did have friends, I got this young lady to come visit me. And we went in the room to chill, and she said, "You feel water on you?" I said, "Yeah, I've been feeling it all day." But normally just sprinkles once or twice, but I was feeling that day all day. I started getting Stigmata. Stigmata ain't gotta be as aggressive as you see it on the movies. You just feel what Jesus did. You might think it's something else. You might get scratches and stuff. You might get that, but um, and you might even get chains. You might feel these chains grab you on your wrists, ankles, and pull you apart. You might feel Stigmata after that. I mean, during that time. Like I said, I don't think it's always good though. The thing is, like when you get in trouble at that time, I was vibrating pretty low. I guess they were finna ready to take me on about it. It's just like, what do what I supposed to do? I don't know though. I don't know. Because the good stuff happen. And you get gifts from God too sometimes when it happens. Gifts that you get gifts that you get gifts that you ain't only God can give you. It's like if you've been alone your whole life and somebody or you felt like you've been attacked and you ain't getting nothing, then you just need to give yourself to God and let go of everything. And God come visit you. God come be with you. Literally. God literally come be with you. It's like God will manifest itself from the internal to the external and be sitting right beside you. And it's like you gotta cleanse. It's like my neck starting to do that. It's like you gotta cleanse. It's like you gotta cleanse just to was to get God in your prayer. And I think that's what that came from. It was like a baptism and a stigmata before God actually came into me that way. And then God started giving you these gifts. A lot of these gifts is tough though, y'all. Before you can get some of these gifts, because they're more physical, mental, and more of like gifts, you know. And before you get these gifts, you gotta understand how they work, and you gotta absorb this emotional path before you can actually utilize the gift like you want to. I remember saying, I don't want no more gift. I told God, I don't want no more gift. I said, I don't want no more gift. I'm good. Because you gotta go through a lot of, to the average human, you feel like it's heartache and pain, but it ain't. It's just human stuff. Being here, human stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all something that should make y'all feel comfortable though. What you want is, I can feel every woman that think about me, y'all might well not even waste time. Well, that's part of my tree anyway. The ones I came in contact with was not physical contact, but in some kind of fashion or form. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, make y'all something, make you feel comfortable. High ups already know this, but everybody should know it. You should know it, really. But when anytime a new something is made, they gotta make a dark version. Oh, well, never mind. You might not need to know that. That might be only for the new program. Cause none of them looking back at it. Moses was a new program, probably. Job was a new program. They all new programs. Just a tool to. That's why it seems so harsh. That's why Job was the same way. Well, I try not to be that way, but why they get this and get that? I'm suffering. Because you being programmed, you can't get what they get. Yeah, you put an old computer you put a new computer beside an old computer. That old computer gonna say, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, this, and that, and the old computer gonna attack the new computer, and the new computer gonna be like sad, gonna be looking at them because it ain't set up yet, it ain't been programmed yet. The new computer just been getting beat, and mouse to come in now. Man, new computer just sitting now, but it can't do nothing because it's just a new computer. And then the master mess with the new computer. Do. Next thing you know, the old computer still throwing rocks in the back of her head and everything. And the old computer really giving it all it got. And for some reason, it ain't affecting the new computer. Then the new computer wake up, beast mode. That old computer get scared, run off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's what they do. Leave me alone. But that's how you gotta look at when I'm telling y'all. I reached the point with God that God don't make no mistake. When I say God don't make no mistake, I mean you ain't got no business complaining. When you really know God, when you really done locked up with God, locked in with God, you ain't got no business complaining. You ain't got no business thinking God made a mistake. You ain't got no business even assuming God made a mistake. You ain't got no business other stuff. It's irrelevant, all that stuff. First, like I said, if God don't make no mistakes, why you even complain about anything? If God did, if you know for a fact God didn't make no mistakes, then what is the problem with you? That's what you gotta ask yourself. If you know for a fact God didn't make no mistake, then what is the problem with you? God didn't make no mistakes, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what I wish we can get to. I wish we can get over all this human stuff. It's a lot of y'all that's angels. It's a lot of angels. It's a lot of demons, but it's a lot more demons and angels than humans. If I ain't mistaken. I wish we can get to the point where we can elevate the world again. That's why we're bored. If you look at what we all do, you'll realize we all ain't none of us actually worked in a long time. Why you don't work? Distractions. How many of y'all, the whole world should be doing the stir right now? The whole world. Cause you need to know what's after the stir. You need to get to the you need to get to the I gotta let this water out. You need to get to the store. When you get to the store, you're gonna realize everybody all them old computers attacking you. You're gonna realize good, let them tap. You're gonna realize good, let them tap. You're gonna realize good, let them tap. Then we need to get to the point where we're elevating. Where you're gonna get to the store, man. You're gonna get to that store. That's when you're gonna realize, yeah, let them tap. It's like you gotta build up your store with inventory with your attackers. All of us is God, man. You got all you gotta do is walk into your higher self. It ain't 8.2 billion people out here, y'all. It's just a bunch of replicas. And that's where gang stalkers come from. Well, doppelganger come from the spiritual. It's just copies. Because you ain't doing your purpose. You ain't doing your purpose, so you copying yourself. Your son is you. Your daughter is you. Just copies of yourself. That's it. That's why you got, if you look at the zodiacs and you put, I know a lot of y'all, the devil, zodiac. And you know, for y'all, don't mess with it. Leave it alone. Don't even worry about no zodiac. This ain't for y'all. But but that ain't fun. But if you get all the zodiac, you get one of each. I mean, zodiac and the devil don't have no more birthday party. That's, I mean, if you get if if you get one of each zodiac together, okay, well you get a Capricorn, you get a Libra, uh, um, you get a Capricorn, you get a Libra, just get all of the zodiac Taurus, but put a group of them right here on this side. Then go back and find another random zodiac squad, which is your birthday, each birthday. And you're going to see that they look alike. They got some kind of resemblance. They look alike, you know. And that's why you can see some women say, "You're a Capricorn, ain't you? You're a Scorpio, ain't you? Oh, I knew you were a Scorpio. You so say, yeah." You know how they get. So why not start doing that? I like doing that though. But I'm gonna stop though. But anyway, um, um, anyway, yeah, you gonna realize just copies. You gotta ask yourself, well, why we copying ourselves? You ain't stuck here. You ain't been passing it. You gotta do your purpose. No matter what you accomplish on this earth, you're gonna have to keep coming back until you do your purpose. So you really stuck on earth. You really prevent yourself from going to heaven because you're not doing your purpose. And then you can't just do your purpose and not go by your rules. So you out here, when you look at it all together, you're gonna realize, wait a minute, something is preparing me for something. Yeah, it is preparing you to elevate so you can get up out of here. I think you can come and visit here, but I ain't for sure about that. So I think some people just visit here. They ain't here like we are. You gotta do your purpose though. Not for me. Finding your purpose. When you're in the slum or the hood, it should be easy to find your purpose. That's what got you in the slum or hood. Your family. Past time, people ain't listening to the Bible. That's why I said you ain't listening to what you're reading. You're like your parents saying that's like same with bastard children, bastard kids, same thing. It's just that your parents' sin fall on you. If your parents weren't married, then their sin probably was even more greater. The kid fall on you, but the kid that's got married, they the same thing, but they just ain't as bad. You know what I'm saying? If your parents didn't get married, then the chances of your burdens of your parents gonna be probably greater because they didn't even think about working on themselves, or maybe not, or maybe not. But when it's a married person, your parents' sins, whatever they didn't accomplish when it come down to working on themselves. You know, it ain't about the money and all that. Time and money is irrelevant. Whatever they didn't accomplish, working on themselves. Like, look beyond it. I'm the kind of person, if you come up to me, you got a jet, you got all this going for yourself, I'm gonna look right past that. And I'm gonna say, well, you got this going for yourself. You rich and you wealthy, but you really rich it. So, um, so your parents start roll down. They roll down on you. They roll off their back onto you. What roll off their back? The stuff that you know that they do secretly. The sins. Now you gotta break them. You notice them. Do you join in or do you break the sins? And then you're gonna start eventually realizing, I'm getting used to that like I did. It just got interesting after a while. Oh, mama, you couldn't break this. I will. Watch this. Oh, daddy, you couldn't break this. I will. Watch this. And they might get jealous. They try to take you out of here now. But don't worry about that. You good. You safe because God got you now because without knowing, you probably walked into your purpose. You started it in a way. You started breaking generational curses, and eventually, they probably made a demon doing what they did, and they don't know it. But eventually, you're gonna probably run into that demon. And that's why it's really a gift for a lot of kids to come in here and see stuff that's good because they already on top of you. You just look at it like, boom, I landed right here where my parent demon is. They ain't gotta even break a lot of curses. They just got to defeat this demon. Because them curses gonna roll into a demon. It's just like you fuse something for so long. You ain't never heard that. You see old folks say that. Fuse something for so long, it'll turn into a demon. You know what I'm saying? Like AIDS, cancer, you know, it turn into a entity, something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's simple when you get into it, and then when you get into that, you be like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Yeah, what are you doing? And then when you do that, and let's say you've been going to school, you've been doing this, you've been doing that, and you still been kind of all over the place. Like, I don't know, you still feel empty, you still feel lonely, you still feel like something missing. Well, and you wanted to go to school and stuff. I like school, but uh, what you wanted to do, what you should have did, got on your purpose first, though, and then got into school. Cause if you'd have gotten in your purpose, and then went to school, you'd have enjoyed school more. You wouldn't been in school talking to your friends saying, I want to do this when I get out of school. I want to do that when I get out of school. When really you got on your purpose, and by getting in your purpose, you got into what you normally your purpose do hold a good. It ain't always bad. Like your purpose, thank you, Casper. When your purpose, when you get into your purpose, uh, uh, it normally comes with whatever you really want to do in life. So you're gonna walk right into your job with your career. So you normally, so then you just go to school. Then when you in school this time, you ain't gonna be sitting with friends saying, I want to do this when I get out. I'm gonna do this when I get out. You're gonna be already on it. If I was you, I keep quiet about it though. Just like that right there. Peace and love out there, y'all. I'm finna cook a little breakfast.